Hello and welcome to A Space for Her. If you're new, I'm so glad that you found this space. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. It truly means more than you know that you've chosen to spend a little time with me today. So let's begin. Today, I'd like to start with a simple question. How many journals do you own? Not the one you're currently writing in, the one sitting on the shelf, the one tucked inside of a drawer, the beautiful one you couldn't wait to buy because you were convinced that this time I'm going to stick with it. Maybe you wrote on the first page, maybe you filled a few pages, maybe you even wrote for a few weeks, but somewhere along the way, life happened. You missed a day. Then another, and before you knew it, your journal quietly became something you kept meaning to get back to. If that's your story, I want you to know something today. You're not lazy, you're not undisciplined, and you're definitely not the only one. Today, I want to talk about why so many of us abandon our journals. Because I don't think the journal is really the problem. I think it's the expectations we've placed on ourselves. I have a feeling many of us have what I like to call a journal graveyard. It's that collection of beautiful journals we were excited to start but never finished. Some are completely blank. Some have 3 pages filled. Others stop halfway through because life simply changed. Every time we see them, they quietly remind us of something we didn't finish. And instead of seeing possibility, we see guilt. We think, I should have kept going. I wasted this journal. I'll start over someday. But what if those journals aren't evidence of failure? What if they're evidence that at one point you cared enough about yourself to begin? Every one of those journals represent hope. Hope that life could slow down. Hope that you would understand yourself a little better. Hope that you would make space for your thoughts. That's not failure. That's someone who wanted to care for herself. And I think that's worth celebrating. I think perfectionism has stolen more journals than a lack of motivation ever has. We tell ourselves, we're gonna write every single day. We're going to fill every page. We're going to keep our handwriting neat. We're going to make every entry meaningful. Then one day, we miss writing. And suddenly, instead of simply continuing on the next page, we convince ourselves we've ruined the entire process. It's amazing how quickly our minds can turn one missed day into a reason to stop altogether. The truth is, your journal was never asking you to be perfect. You were. And maybe that's the real burden we've been carrying. Not the journal. The expectation that we have to do everything perfectly before it counts. There's something about a blank page that can make us second guess ourselves. We sit quietly waiting for the right words to come, waiting for something meaningful enough to write. Somewhere along the way, many of us start believing every journal entry has to be profound. It has to teach us something. It has to sound inspiring. It has to capture some life-changing realization. But real life isn't made up of life-changing moments every single day. Some days are ordinary. This one comes through much more clearly than the first page. And I can already see how polished the final script became. Some days are confusing. Some days are exhausting. Some days the only honest thing we can write is, I'm tired, or today was hard, or even, I don't know what I'm feeling. Do you know what? That's enough. Your journal isn't grading your words. It isn't expecting a masterpiece. It's simply offering you a place to tell the truth. Sometimes the shortest entry becomes the most meaningful because it honestly captures where your heart was in that moment. Maybe journaling was never meant to impress anyone. Maybe it was simply meant to help you hear yourself. I think another reason we abandon our journals is because we convince ourselves we need to be in the right mood to write. We tell ourselves we'll journal when life settles down, when we have more time, or when we're feeling inspired. We wait for a quiet morning, a peaceful evening, or the perfect cup of coffee. We imagine that writing has to happen under ideal circumstances, but life rarely gives us perfect moments. Some of the most meaningful journal entries aren't written when life is calm. They're written in the middle of uncertainty. They're written through tears, frustration, confusion, and questions that don't yet have answers. Sometimes the page doesn't need your best words. It simply needs your honest ones. I've come to believe that journaling isn't about waiting until you have everything figured out. It's about giving yourself permission to write while you're still figuring things out. If we keep waiting until we feel ready, we may never begin. Sometimes the act of writing is what helps us find the clarity we've been waiting for. Let's be honest, life gets busy. There are seasons when work becomes demanding, family needs more of our attention, unexpected challenges arise. Some days we're simply trying to make it through the day. During those seasons, journaling is often one of the first things to disappear. Not because it isn't important, because it doesn't feel urgent. We tell ourselves, I'll get back to it next week, after this project, after the holidays, after things calm down. But have you noticed something? Life rarely slows down, not on its own. Because there's always another responsibility waiting just around the corner. And the truth is, making space for ourselves often requires intention. It isn't something life simply hands us. If we always wait for a season with fewer demands, we may spend years waiting. Maybe the answer isn't finding time. Maybe it's remembering that even 5 honest minutes with ourselves still matter. If there's one thing I hope you remember from today's conversation, it's this: returning matters more than consistency. Somewhere along the way, we've been taught that consistency is the goal. While consistency can certainly be helpful, I don't think it's the most important thing. I think courage is. The courage to pick your journal back up after it's been sitting untouched for weeks. The courage to open a blank page without feeling the need to explain your absence. The courage to begin again without judging yourself for stopping. Your journal doesn't know how many days you've missed. It isn't disappointed in you. It isn't waiting for an apology. It's simply waiting for you. Every time you return, you're choosing yourself again. And that choice will always matter more than having a perfect streak. If there is one thing I hope you take away from today's conversation, it's this. Your journal was never meant to become another place where you felt pressure to perform. It was meant to become a place where you can simply be yourself. Some days you'll write pages. Some days you'll write one sentence. Some days you'll close the journal without writing anything at all. None of those moments define your worth. Because journaling isn't about providing your commitment. It's about creating a safe place to return whenever life becomes heavy. So if there's a journal tucked away somewhere waiting for you, I hope you will open it again, not because you need to make up for lost time, and not because you're trying to be more disciplined, but because you deserve a place where your thoughts have somewhere to land. And remember, you'll never have to start over. You only have to begin where you are. Next week, I want to talk about something that so many of us women carry every single day, yet very few ever notice. It's the appointments we remember, the conversations we're trying not to forget, the grocery list running through our minds, planning, organizing, the anticipating. It's called the mental load nobody sees. And if you've ever ended your day wondering why you're so mentally exhausted, I hope you'll join me next week as we continue this journey together. And if today's episode resonated with you, I would love for you to become part of the community here at A Space for Her. Every week, we talk about the things many women carry, but no one ever talks about. If that's something your heart needs right now, I hope you'll subscribe and join me for our next episode. And until then, be gentle with yourself. Take a moment to pause. And remember, you matter too.